Hello, how are you students? Akkam jirtu barattoota nagaa keessanii? Nageenya Waaqayyoo iddoo isin jirtan hundumatti isiniif haa baay'atu. Har'a viidiyoo kana keessatti barattoota freshmaanii koorsii ji'oogiraafii mooraa yuunivarsiitii keessatti fudhataniidhaaf relative and absolute age of rocks jedhu gaaffii baay'ee murteessaa fi qormaata keessatti dhimma mata duree kana irratti hundaa'ee hin hafin isiniif qabadhee dhiyaadheera. Akkasumas barattoota kutaa 11ffaa soshaalii barattaniidhaaf qabiyyee keessan boqonnaa tokkoffaa waan ta'eedhaaf isininis kan fayyadu ta'uu asumarraan isiniif eeruun barbaada. Hanga dhumaatti yoo na hordoftan beekumsa dhimma mata duree kana irratti qabaachuu qabdan sirriitti guduunfattanii kan baatan ta'uu gamanumaan abdiidhaan isinitti himuu barbaada. እንደምናችሁ ተማሪዎች ሰላም ናችሁ? ባላችሁበት የእግዚአብሔር ሰላም ይሁንላችሁ። በዚህ ቪዲዮ ውስጥ ዛሬ የምናየው ሪሌቲቭ ኤንድ አብሶሉት ኤጅ ኦፍ ሮክስ የሚል ሲሆን ይህ ርዕስ ለግቢ ተማሪዎች ፍሬሽማን በቻፕተር 2 የሚሰጥ ኮርስ ነው። እንዲሁም ለ11ኛ ክፍል ሶሻል ተማሪዎች በአዲሱ ካሪኩለም ምዕራፍ 1 ላይ የሚሰጥ ይዘት ነው። ለዚህ ከመጀመሪያ እስከ መጨረሻ ድረስ ከተከታተላችሁ በጣም አስፈላጊ ጭብጦችን ይዛችሁ እንደምትወጡ ባለሙሉ ተስፋ ነኝ። Choose the correct answer from the given alternatives. Question number 1. The principle states that in undisturbed sequence of rock layers, the oldest layer is at the bottom and the youngest layer is at the top is A. Principle of cross-cutting relationships, B. Law of superposition, C. Principle of horizontality, D. Principle of phonal succession. What will be the answer? The principle that dictates in undisturbed sequence of rock layer in which the oldest layer is at the bottom and the younger layer is at the top is known as law of superposition. The correct answer is B. Law of superposition keessatti walirroon inni dura yookiin dulloomaan jala, walirroon inni reefu kuufamu immoo irra keessaan kan inni itti ta'u law of superposition jedhama. law of superposition የምንለው የዓለቶች ቅድሚያ ስብስብ ከስር ከኋላ የመጣው ደግሞ ከላይ እየተደራረበ የሚሄድበት ያንገስት ወጣቱ law of superposition ይባላል። Question number 2. The idea that layers of sediment are generally deposited in an horizontal position is known as A. Principle of original horizontality, B. Principle of superposition, C. Principle of inclusion, D. Principle of phonal succession. Yaanni walirroowwan sedimentoota horizontalii ፖዚሽን ta'an maal jedhama? የሰዲመንቶች ሌየር ሆሪዞንታሊ ዲፖዚትድ የሚደረጉበት የጽንሰ ሀሳብ ፕሪንሲፕል ኦፍ ኦሪጂናል ሆሪዞንታሊቲ ይባላል። ሶ ዘ አንሰር ኢዝ ኤ። ኩዌስችን ነምበር 3. አኮርዲንግ ቱ ዘ ፕሪንሲፕል ኦፍ ክሮስ ካቲንግ ሪሌሽንሺፕስ ኤ ፎልት ኦር ኢንትሩሽን ኢዝ ኦልዌይስ ኤ ያንገር ዛን ዘ ሮክ ኢት ካትስ ስሩ፣ ቢ older than the rocks it cuts through, C. The same age as the rocks it cuts through, D. Younger than the oldest rock layers. Akka yaada pirinsipilii cross cuttingiitti intrusioniin yookiin fooltiin yeroo hundumaa maal jedhamaadha? The younger than the rock in cut through jedhama. Dhagaa cabe sana caalaa dhagaa inni cabsisu yaangariidha. ከተሰበረው ይልቅ ሰባሪው አለት ያንገር ይባላል። Question number 4. Which principle allows geologists to identify the relative ages of rocks based on fossil within them? Principilii isa kamtu umurii birqaba dhagaalee hambaalee irratti hundaa'uudhaan akka adda baasaniidhaaf kan isaan gargaaru kami? በንጽጽራዊ የዓለቶች ዕድሜ በቅሪተ አካላት ላይ ተመስርተው እንዲለዩ የሚያስችላቸው ፕሪንሲፕል የትኛው ነው? ኤ ፕሪንሲፕል ኦፍ ኦሪጂናል ሆሪዞንታሊቲ፣ ቢ ፕሪንሲፕል ኦፍ ፎናል ሰክሴሽን፣ ሲ ፕሪንሲፕል ኦፍ ኢንክሉዥን፣ ዲ law of superposition? deebii keessan kan ta'u kami? መልስ የሚሆነው የቱ ነው? Good. Principle of phonal succession is the principle that allows geologists to identify the relative ages of rocks based on fossil within them is known as principle of phonal succession. So the answer is B. Question number 5. What term describes fragments of one rock type that are contained within another rock, indicating the fragments are older? A. Inclusion. B. Fault. C. Intrusion. D. Fault. The term that describes fragments of one rock type which are contained within another rock, indicating the fragment of order inclusion. The answer is A. Question number 6. Absolute age dating involves measuring the age of rocks using A. layers of rock formation. B. radioactive decay. C. fossils. D. color and texture. By using radioactive decay, geologists measuring the absolute age of rocks. So the answer is B. Question number 7. The process of determining the actual age of rocks by measuring radioactive isotopes is known as A. relative dating. B. radiometric dating. C. fossil dating. D. geological dating. Radiometric dating is the process of determining the actual age of rocks by measuring the radioactive isotopes. So the answer is again B. Question number 8. Which isotope is commonly used to date very old rocks because of its long half-life? A. carbon 14. B. uranium 238. C. nitrogen 14. D. potassium 40. deebii keessan yaalaa መልሶቻችሁን ሞክሩ። So the correct answer is again uranium 238 is commonly used to date very old rocks because of its long half-life. As a result, the correct answer is B. Question number 9. Carbon 14 dating is effective for determining the age of A. igneous rock. B. metamorphic rock. C. recent fossils and organic remains up to about 15,000 years old. D. all types of rocks regardless of age. Carbon 14 datingin umurii dhagaa isa kamii murteessuu keessatti bu'aa qabeessadha. Carbon 14 dating የየትኛውን አለት እድሜን ዴተርማይን ለማድረግ በጣም ውጤታማ ነው። So recent fossils and organic remains up to about 15,000 years old is determined by carbon 14. So the correct answer is C. Question number 10. Which of the following best describes a half-life? A. the amount of time it takes for a rock layer to form. B. the time required for half the atoms in radioactive sample to decay. C. the amount of time it takes for a fossil to form. D. the time taken for a mineral to cool. Which one is the answer? Half-life is the time required for half the atoms in a radioactive sample to decay. So the correct answer is again B.
chaanaalii keessan Geo Lesson 17 Tube waan daawwattaniif galatooma. Geo Lesson 17 Tube chaanaalachuun sila gobenyaachuu amasagganaalla. Geo Lesson 17 Tube chaanaalii milkoomina egeree dhalootaaf dhimmu.